Welcome everyone to another episode of Coffee with Cartles. Hey Marika,
Hi, Karen. How are you doing?
fine and you?
Good, good.
We're still live streaming from our homes and hope all goes well again. I'm sure it did last time. Guys, the month of July we have dedicated to champions and what it takes to be one. Working cart horses are are champions to their owners by earning a living for them. Like we saw Llewellyn last week describing what his horse means to him and his family. And for us, taking horses out from abuse makes the whole team feel like champions. Nelson Mandela was also a champion of animals and the environment, and he's still very much one of my biggest heroes today.
As usual, guys, please like and follow on YouTube and Facebook. Don't feel shy to hit that share button. And if you would like to, please comment in the comment section. Tell us where you're from and who you are. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Guys, we are very thrilled and privileged to have Oliver Lazarus with us today, a show jumping champion who still to this day represents South Africa abroad. His mom, Penny, has been a champion of our cause for many years now and is an avid supporter of the Cart Horse Protection Association. Oliver was almost born in the saddle, as when he was just a few weeks old, his mom put him on her back while she rode around the farm in Swaziland. Philippa Johnson, who we will be interviewing folks in August, is also a very special good friend of his, living just actually 10 minutes away from him. But here to tell us more about himself is Oliver Lazarus.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Hi, welcome, Oliver, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to us today, as you've been doing the Gola Minora in Italy the last few days and doing really well.
Yeah, we just got back late Sunday. Now this week we're getting ready, setting the horses up for next week. So we invest in a young team, and now next week is our first 5-star. So it's pretty exciting times ahead.
Great, exciting times indeed. Now, Oliver, tell us, how long have you lived overseas and what made you leave South Africa?
So I started, I guess, in 1999. We're up at East London. I was at Ponies at the time. Me and Mum were up there, and Bud Green approached Mum and said, "Listen, I would like, if possible, your son comes on a pony team with us to Scotland." So that was, I guess, my first sort of foray into the international scene. So I went over to Scotland. It was a wonderful experience, and that was also where I sort of channeled into the show jumping side, because I used to bit of eventing, showing, dressage, equitation, but that was definitely where my show jumping sort of.
Yeah, I was actually in Scotland that year. I was working as a groom, and I got the day off specially to go watch the Home Pony International.
Insane, small world. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
very
was
small world.
the start of the downhill trend, I guess. And then I moved, started training in 2001 in the UK. But I still had my school, so I was sort of 3 months on, 3 months off, taking schoolwork with me. And then the deal was that I had to finish school and be sort of semi-literate. Which was, I really didn't want, but that was the minimum requirement. So I scraped through matric, which was a miracle. And did 2 years and one. We moved over to Germany time in 2006. Yeah.
Brilliant. And then tell us about a typical day in your life. I'm sure it must be very hectic and manic.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, the wonderful thing about horse and show jumping is very. So I get to do a lot of training. So pretty much, I'd say every second week, I'm sitting in an airport somewhere, or on the road in the car. My younger days, it was just riding. So it's essentially sort of from 8 till 6, ride the whole day, like an office job,
Sure.
Which was amazing. But of course, the older you get, more responsible. Now we run our own business in the stable life. So it's pretty much riding right through the morning, maybe 1 or 2, and then managing the farmer. And then if not, also traveling to shows.
Oh, okay. Won't you tell us something about your top horse and some of your upcoming youngsters?
Horse, yeah. So she's called Butterfly Animal. Bought her as a 7-year-old, and when we went to try her, I pretty much jumped her. I think 1m10, 1m15, and I got off, and we got back in the car, and my wife said, she's a lot of money, and I think you should. I said, no, there's no need. So she was the one, and she is the one. So we bought her, and she's a huge character. She's very different. So it's been a long pounds and many times coming back from the show thinking, is it going to work? Is this worth it? All the sacrifice and sort of spending these years. But she's absolutely. So she's the boss of the stable. She runs things. She dictates where and when and how she wants to jump. Yeah, she's very vocal. So you come in the morning and she's there, and it's pretty amazing.
Oh, that's adorable.
And then younger horses, we have a whole set of young horses coming up. So our business plan and our idea of running things is investing in young, talented horses and then building them up potentially for the top sport. But it is still a business. We also offer training, and on the right moment, one has to be sold here or there. But we're generally, we're buying them for the top sport. Yeah.
I see your top fan is watching from Cape Town. Your mom.
She's on. She's on. She's live. Yeah, she was already like,
yeah.
Are you ready?
It's so sweet.
She's the most open this whole. Yeah.
I'm sure, but I had a chat with her last week, and like Marika said, she's your absolute biggest fan and supporter, and rightly so.
Yeah.
Oliver, what do you do to pamper your horse?
Well, so Butterfly, she gets fresh delivery of fruit every week. That's apples and carrots, so they get delivered. She gets brushed 3 times a day. She goes in the field for half the day. A lot of out rides. So she gets treated like a queen, and you'll see later her home is nicer than I'm sure most of us. She has a pretty cool life. Her apartment and everything. She has a nice life.
Yeah, really pampered and spoiled. That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then, Oliver, what sacrifices have you made in your career?
Like I mean, sacrifices. It's a relative term, but I guess when you're young, you don't look at it. But moving away from home, moving to a different country, a different continent, as a young boy, 12 years old, already traveling a lot up and down from Joburg, and then eventually over to Europe. So already from the start, different cultures, missing home, different weather. Then on the other side, dealing with pressures. Like everybody knows, horses are an incredibly expensive game to be in. So there's the pressure of that as a young guy coping with the finance side of it. And my family have been absolutely amazing. They supported me through thick and thin. But from selling family homes to giving up on their dreams to essentially allow me to follow my dream. Is absolutely amazing. So it's not just a one-man show, but it's a whole family, it's friends, it's the team now that I have behind me, and the past team, past horses that now. So it's a huge support system. It's a village, So it's actually yeah.
You've already mentioned the weather, but what else do you miss about South Africa?
The weather's massive. That's a big one. The life. People are open in South Africa, very friendly. When you first come over to Europe, it's a bit of a different culture, so it takes a while to get into the groove. I love the bush, the animal side of things, and this maybe sounds a little corny or whatever, but there's also a type of spiritual thing to South Africa, I guess. The people are alive, your cultures, and this, and you really feel that South Africa is alive. Whereas here, my life is much more strict. It's much more controlled. Not a bad thing. There's ups and downs from everything, but I definitely miss that sort of wildness of home.
Oliver, you visited our recovery and rehabilitation center a couple of years ago with your mom, and what were your thoughts on when you visited us there?
Well, I just think it's amazing because on what I saw there, you guys are really you're doing things for horses. I like to think that maybe this sounds silly too, a bit of a horse was put in my way, and I try after my team as the best I can. Like I said in the sport, they go on the field and we keep it very natural, but still in the end, it's sport where you're really helping horses. So that I admire, and I think it's absolutely amazing that you're educating and it's all for the welfare of the horse. It's not for magazines or getting famous or trying to be successful. That you're doing it for the right reasons. So keep doing what you're doing. It's amazing.
I believe you have a bit of a surprise in store. I know you're gonna take us around a tour of your stables, but before you do that, can you just tell folks out there how they can support our cause?
Yes, yeah. So I think there's Mr. Nelson Mandela has this cause that anyone could give a little bit of money towards. That would be absolutely amazing. I believe there should be a link or something. Follow guys or.
Yeah,
Okay.
there'll be a link on all our social media to our Nelson Mandela. It's and it's also on the bottom of the screen. Our page, how to make a donation.
Donation is an absolute wonderful cause, and let's get behind it, and hopefully we can drum up a little bit of support there and donations from whether they're in England, America, Europe, South Africa. Anything goes. Please, everyone get behind us.
And then we'd really love to meet Butterfly.
Can't wait.
All right, let's go and meet Butterfly. She's been walking around getting a bit of grass, so she's like I said.
Okay.
We spin this around. No, I don't know how to spin the camera around. But follow me. So we're going through. I'm going to turn you this way.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Here we go. So you're walking live. Yeah. This is essentially our stable. So it's all rubber flooring. These are the wash bays where we get the horses ready.
Okay.
That's Blue Baron Bolt. We have Lala Loops and Chili Pepper. There's some of the team. Yeah, getting one ready. And here's the aisle.
Oh, beautiful stables.
Butterfly. Princess. She's the last stable. She likes to be quiet and sort of left in peace. And let's see what she's doing. Butterfly. Hey.
She is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. Oh, my goodness, Oliver. She is lovely.
She just said hello, yeah. That's her. She's super intelligent. I mean, she understands and she's sensitive and she's very, very special.
So that's the next Olympic prospect.
That is the Olympic prospect, yeah. So she hopefully get ourselves up to speed and get to represent South Africa next year at the World Championships. Would be an amazing step into the level of championships, and then 3 years later or 2 years later from then we're in the World Games, yeah.
Oh wow!
The Olympic Games, yeah. So that's
exciting.
And that's her apartment. We have rubber flooring, rubber walls. She has a fly buffer system in the roof, so she's set. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, what an absolute treat. Oliver, thank you so very much for your insights and for telling us what it takes to be a champion and for sharing your incredible story, welcoming us into your home and into your stables. And we wish you loads of success for the future, and we cannot wait for you to bring the gold home for South Africa in the next Olympics.
It's been a dream since a little boy, as far as I can remember. I think 4 or 5 years old. So yeah, thank you so much. And, I'm my best.
Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Bye bye.
Thank you for having me. All right.
You're welcome.
Oh wow! What a wonderful person.
Oh my goodness, that was very exciting. I wasn't expecting the stables are literally outside his lounge door. I mean, it's like they all live in one space. That was really an amazing interview, and brilliant.
Yeah, we wish you loads of success for your future, and we can't wait to see you at the next Olympics.
Up next, we will be telling you about the wonderful cart horse show we used to have. The first one being held way back in 2001. The clinic was a madhouse and a hive of activity the day before the show, everybody preparing their horses. We had judges, trophies, and rosettes for the champions, and we also had wonderful, wonderful sponsors. Ashley, our head farrier, who was trained by World Horse Welfare, organized huge pots of food for the children, which always went down incredibly well. The community used to come and they were invited, and some of them put up stalls to sell their traditional goods. And it was a very proud and happy day for all involved. And here, guys, is a video of how things used to be in the good old days.
Vandag is uit die aard van die saak nasionale erfenisdag en in die tradisie waarin ons as organisasie is. Ons is in die perde tradisie en soos ons weet Kaapstad is baie ryk perde tradisie. En die perde waarmee ons werk is perde wat werk vir geld. Hulle werk skrap en dit is deur die jare, dis harde werk, dis moeilike werk. So een keer 'n jaar gaan die ouens en hulle maak hulle perde mooi, hulle maak hulle tuig mooi, hulle maak hulle waans mooi. Dit is die dag wat hulle windgat moet wees oor dit wat hulle het en dit wat hulle kan doen. Dis die dag wat dit is hulle dag. Hulle moet die dag moet geniet en hulle moet wys wat hulle tot waartoe hulle in staat is met die hantering van die perde. Ons weet almal is baie goed, maar vandag wil ons hê almal moet ekstra goed wees en dit is die karpaard eienaar en die koetsiere en die perd se dag.
Nee, ek dink alles iets groot en is iets die eienaars van die pere, minus daarom iets wat hulle van hom om vorentoe te kyk, om te weet dat hulle pere is net skrippere nie, maar hulle ons pere is baie belangrik because hulle sit kos op ons tafel en ek is hier vandag van Mauna, die kampioen en ek weet gaan weer wen die jaar.
Mr. Jay, wat sê jy?
For the love of the game, mevrouw, is net for the love of the game.
Absoluut. Krijg die stout gaan. Hoogie.
Oké dan, kom Gips. Oké, ja, druk nie.
Oh my goodness, what a delightful video. And it is such a pity that we are not able to have, we haven't been able to have a show like this for the last few years due to not having a proper venue anymore and obviously due to COVID. We really, really hope we can reignite this age-old tradition in the future.
Yes, the Carties absolutely love it. And
Clearly.
they keep asking us, when is the next show happening? When is the next show happening? And it's amazing to see how much effort they put in to fixing carts and polishing up harnesses and washing horses and painting carts before the show.
Absolutely. Guys, the last 2 weeks, we have seen a huge amount of rain and that we have had in ages. Actually, I think in years for me. And 2 weeks ago, my son could actually paddle or even swim to his school with the amount of water that was gushing down our street. But thank goodness we have drains. And unfortunately, this is not the case in informal settlements where the cart horses live. Cart Horse Protections offers free shavings all year round to make sure, and especially now in winter, that the horses' stables are warm and dry. So please, folks, please consider donating 67 Rand, 67 pounds, $67, or even 67 euros to our project for the month of July, as it costs us over 100,000 Rand to keep these horses sleeping tight and snoesig in the evenings.
It's so easy to go onto the Give and Gain website, to go onto SnapScan. I love SnapScan. SnapScan is the easiest way ever to donate.
It is.
And just, please just search for Cart Horse Protection Association, or you can email Karen at carthorse.org.za for more information, or you can just visit our website and all the donation methods are on there.
Yeah. And the great thing about Give and Gain is if you are in South Africa or Europe or America or the UK or even Asia, you can definitely donate through that portal. So it's international.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. As we all know, the 18th of July is Nelson Mandela Day. We had people volunteering their time at our Recovery and Rehabilitation Centre in Gordons Bay, and the last few years, which has proven to be very popular with companies such as Rawson and Imperial, was building stables. But being out and about is not meant to be at this stage, and sadly so, as so many horses had benefited from the generosity from our volunteers' time with building and fixing clean, comfortable, and warm stables. The pictures that we are showing is that we've built Pitaki, one of our biggest, I wouldn't say fattest, but yes, one of our big guys. You will also see featured in our 2022 calendar a brand new stable. I remember those days well with going out into the field and building stables with our volunteers and how hard everyone worked and what teamwork was all about. And the pure joy of finishing the project was also brilliant to see. Real feel-good moments that we hope to rekindle once we're allowed to go out and about and mingle again.
Yes, we had so much fun doing that. But unfortunately this year, we have to stick to asking you for donations. So remember, your 67 pounds, euro, dollar is all welcome. And then just before we go, we switched up the order a little bit today. The office cat insert will be a little bit different today. It won't be about the office cat per se. It'll be more about office cats that didn't get hired. I'll play you the video and you'll understand. Not all the cats that show up at our door automatically get hired to become office cats. When mummies with babies show up, adding 5 new members to our staff complement, it's just too much to get past the management committee. Or, as has happened, when babies show up without any parental care, we simply cannot take on that responsibility. In these cases, the little kittens get taken to the appropriate kitty welfare organizations that are specially equipped for the job. Sometimes, however, this can't happen straight away, and Karen has had to take kittens home that needed bottle fed every 2 hours.
Sometimes they pick a particular staff member and decide they will go home with them. Cart horse staff, being animal lovers by nature, have no defenses against this furry onslaught. Not even management is immune, and 3 cats have gone home with our GM Penny. They are called Lily, Lizzie, and Ruben. I myself have fallen victim to this twice. Once, when an emaciated ginger cat was unceremoniously dropped on my desk with the words, "We found you another cat." And another time, when a little black and white fur ball quietly implored from the bottom of a cardboard box. They, of course, now all live the life of luxury and have quite forgotten from whence they came.
Sure,
Oh my
this
God.
video, this video takes me back. I remember. I can't believe my ginger floof looked like that. They've been such a blessing to me and my family.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I remember waking up every 2 hours looking after those 4 little kittens. And I really take my hat off to those organizations who take in these kittens. It's Sherry's hard work.
That
And
need bottle fed, yes.
and please remember, folks, to spay and neuter your pets. And I was thinking it would be very interesting to see if we all lived on a farm, how many horses our staff would have been taking home.
That would be interesting.
I mean, I'm thinking I'd have Thunder, I'd have Violet, and many more. So guys, please remember to like and share our page, as we need all the support we can get during these very difficult times. With so much human need out there, animal welfare is always, unfortunately, at the bottom of the list. But guys, until next Wednesday, be safe and take care.
Bye,
Rebecca.
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.